Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 7 trades. Today's date is August the 3rd and I'm using my new FX trigger system. Now today the main instrument that I was trading, futures, it's crude oil, and I threw in some Forex pairs. But this crude oil, along with gold, they both move a lot every day. And I had a trader actually asking me, can you show the FX trigger system trading crude oil? Like he wanted to know how well it'll work. So I said, sure, no problem. We'll work on that today. And it's been a really long time. I don't even know if I did trade oil before. If I did, it was a very long time ago. But for my first go at trading oil in a very long time, it produced fantastic. Now keep in mind, whoever buys the FX trigger, I want to point out the fact that I'll be showing you how you can get your hands on this trading simulator for the MT4 platform. Now over the course of a few hours, you can put in 100 trades, depending on how quickly you can do it. And over the course of a weekend, you can get the equivalent of, let's say, 1 year's worth of trading. And that certainly will speed up your learning curve tremendously. Now, in less than an hour, I did 26 trades as in the results here, plus 2 that we're running. And if you do the math, that comes to well over $10,000. And I started with $10,000. That's what the trading simulator gives you, to start with $10,000. So I doubled my account in less than an hour. And once you keep practicing with the trading simulator, you'll get better and better at it. And then when you switch over to trading, either demo or live, you should always start in a demo account. It'll help you to see and or find trades much faster. It does come with a 25-page ebook that shows you how to work the trading simulator, all the features and the different options that you can and all the different functions that it has. So anyhow, we can lower this. Remember, that is totally free, and I'll show you how you can get your hands on it. Now, before I get into these trades, I do say this every day because this is why 95% of the traders fail. And I could have given up many years ago, but I kept at it until I actually figured it out. Now, I would like to inform you that all trading systems will work less than 50% of the time, and that includes all my trigger systems. It took me 8 years and over 700 trading systems to learn that. To get that up to 80 or 90% success rate, you will have to learn how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. You will also have to learn trade management and money management. To be successful in trading, all you need is a lot of chart time, a lot of demo trading, and a lot of education. I provide the education. You must buy the education and then do the homework, or you will fail at trading. I highly suggest putting in more than 1 trade at a time, as no one knows which pair will move the greatest number of pips. That is why I place 3 or more trades at a time. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to do more of these videos. If you leave your name and email address, I'll put you on my email list for free weekly trading tips. So now we can get into these trades. The pound Swiss, right off the bat, first thing I see is that the system is saying to sell along with the 3 red boxes. Now let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Took the trade here, signal then I took the trade. Wasn't quite lined up for a great way to trade, but it was, everything else was telling me to sell, so I sold it. Now it did go against me, looks like about 4 pips, and if I would have stayed in the trade longer, but I was very happy, as my goal is only 100 pips a day, and today I got well over 200, probably around 250 is my first guess. I ended up closing out this trade with 5 pips, and 5 pips on the pound Swiss paid $553. Okay, moving on to the next pair I did, dollar CAD. First thing I would see right away is that we're buying. There's a lot of blue between the 2 blue lines and the blue boxes. So that was my way of thinking when I pulled the trigger at this perfect doji right here. There's my stop, and could have stayed in the trade for more pips, but as I said, I was basically happy with the results. And the reason why it's keep moving is because it's a bus driver. Look at over here. It's only 6%, and the yen. So the CAD yen would also be an excellent pair to actually be selling it. Anyhow, took the trade here. Stop was 12 pips, and close it out being happy with 12 pips. If I be in the trade, it'd be up 37 pips. And by the way, if you're the type of trader who likes to get these pips, I have 2 excellent videos that teach how to stay in the trade for more pips. But anyhow, I was happy with those 12 pips, and 12 pips on the dollar CAD paid $956. Moving on to the next pair I did, pound Aussie. Let's see, system is saying from this point here to buy. There's the arrow. Let's drag and drop it up. I took the trade 1 candle before, but I knew it was going to go up by the indicators down at the bottom. Every indicator at the bottom was telling me to buy, so I bought it. Stop was relatively tight. 6 pips, only went 4 pips against me, and I ended up closing it out here. Actually, I did close them all out right around the same time. I ended up with 22 pips, and 22 pips on the pound Aussie paid $1,549. Keep in mind this blue box here, well, it's showing me the London session, but I am sleeping here. And then from here is the time that I get up in the morning, and I try to get in the trade between 6 and 8, and then I'm managing the trades, and then usually between 9 and 10, the very latest, I am done trading for the day. And I closed out the trades around 9:23, 24. This one was 26. And I pulled the trigger a few minutes. Most of them were before 7, and I took a couple of later trades. Anyhow, I'm moving right along to the next pair I did, pound yen. Let's see where I got in at. System here was screaming to sell. Look at the red lines, look at the red boxes. Everything is looking great for selling. Let's see. It's exactly what I did. And now it didn't qualify for a great way to trade, but everything at the bottom was screaming to sell, so that's exactly what I did. And I ended up, if I would have stayed in the trade, just to let you know, I'd be up 60 pips right now. But I was happy with 21 pips, and 21 pips on the pound yen paid $1,835. Moving right along to the next trade, pound CAD. Everything's screaming, blue lines, blue boxes, lots of blue down at the bottom. So let's just drag and drop and see where I got in at. right on this blue candle. My original stop was over here, just to let you know. But then after it started to move up on this candle, I tightened it up so I would lose next to nothing. Original stop was, well, more than 20 pips, but not a big deal. I ended up closing out the trade being happy with 26 pips, and 26 pips on the pound CAD paid $2,071. Now this trade here was a very good looking example for a great way to trade. And when I see that, I know I'm 95% quite sure I'm going to make pips. Moving right along, let's see, Euro, CAD here. Another perfect example of a great way to trade. Blue lines, blue boxes. Took the trade. Right here, there's my stop. Got in here, stop was 11 pips, went about 8 pips against me. And closed out the trade with 35 pips. And 35 pips on the EuroCAD paid $2,788. Now, for the trader who wanted to know about crude oil. So here we go. I might trade crude oil a little bit more because it pays out fantastic, actually. So the system was saying from way back here, sell, red boxes. And I wanted to point out that this is Asian right here. This is the beginning, well, actually 1 hour before, the London, 1 hour before. And I stopped it here because I did not want to overlap it. But mainly because I'm sleeping. But I just want to kind of see what's happening within the London session. Now you can drop it down 1 or 2 time frames and it'll blow all this area up. But anyhow, I did take the trade. Keep in mind that in Forex it's called pips and points, and in futures it's called ticks and again points. The points remain the same, but one is ticks and the other one is pips. But anyhow, there's 10 ticks or pips depending on which one you're trading in 1 point. So let's see where I got in at. Looks like it didn't go very much against me. Originally the stop had to go there, which is about 338. Remember, these pairs that move a lot, you've got to give it more than 10 or 20 pips, just to let you know that. After it started moving down, I readjusted it so it was virtually impossible to lose. Remember, trade management is very important. It didn't go very much against me. 1 pip. So it certainly didn't freak me out. I ended up closed, though. I could have done fantastic. That's 22. That would have been $22,000. Hey, I should have stayed in the trade a little bit more. I think I'm going to trade it at least once or twice a week. I might have, some people say gold is better, but problem on my platform, gold has a higher spread. It's around 6, and this is 1 to 2. Much, much better to trade. So got in here, close it out. Looks like with 15.8, and those 15 or 15.8, it's 158. Pips or ticks, whatever you want to call it, paid $15,500. Turned out fantastic. As I said, I might trade it a couple of times a week. But remember, this pair moves. And if you're on the wrong side of the trade, could have done the exact same thing yesterday right here. Now that I'm looking at it. Right in here. 23, almost 24. Holy cow. It's quite a bit. Anyhow, today was a fantastic day of trading. On the Forex pairs, I just did the math. The Forex pairs paid out 121 pips. And of course, there was 158 ticks on the crude oil. So if you add them both up together, I ended up with 279 pips and ticks, whatever you want to call it. And those 279 pips ended up paying out $25,255. So if your system is not producing, like my FX trigger system, well, I recommend you getting your hands on it. And to do so, all you have to do is look right below this video. My FX trigger system, I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. If you don't learn that, you will never succeed. Now, my system comes with well over 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. It comes with 5 MT4 templates, 12 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Now, I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. This is what you're going to need, a lot of education to succeed. Now, there was 42 training videos, and I threw one more in. It's called How to Backtest Using the Trading Simulator. It's quite a long one, about 50 minutes. I threw in lots of tips and tricks on how to improve your trading. Now, you can put the video on pause and read all the different ways that I teach on how to trade the markets. If you have any questions at all, simple, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, well, here's my email address. Just send me an email. Now, if you click on this link, which is what I prefer, Skype, and we will have Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session and answer your questions and give you some tips and tricks. And keep in mind that there's no obligation to you. Now, if you click on this link, you'll see 34 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this video, and I'll repeat it one more time. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day, happy trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.